हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम लोग नोट डाउन करेंगे समरी पॉइंट्स द चैप्टर थर्मल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मैटर। इन दैट already we have covered those points. Will make summarize it. So let us summarize. Point 1: heat. Heat is the sum of total kinetic energy of the molecules due to their translatory motion, vibratory motion and rotational motion. इसका मतलब ये है हीट द टोटल एनर्जी that possessed by the molecules due to their motion. Motion maybe it is translatory motion or vibratory motion or rotational motion of molecules. Then what is the unit of heat? In SI unit system, unit is joule. In CGS it is calorie. 1 calorie of heat is the amount of heat that required to raise 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. 1 ग्राम ऑफ वाटर को 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने के लिए जितने अमाउंट ऑफ हीट की जरूरत पड़ेगा, दैट इज 1 कैलोरी। And at what temperature? 14.5 degree Celsius to 15.5 degree Celsius temperature बढ़ाएंगे at atmospheric pressure. Now, how will convert from calorie to joule? 1 calorie is equal to 4.186 joule. Next is what is joule's mechanical equivalent of heat? ये है amount of work done. This is mechanical equivalent of heat is amount of work done. हम मैकेनिकल वर्क कितना करेंगे कि हमें 1 कैलोरी का हीट मिलेगा, और 1 कैलोरी का हीट के लिए कितना मैकेनिकल वर्क करेंगे, दैट इज आवर जूल्स मैकेनिकल इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ हीट। दैट इज जूल्स मैकेनिकल इक्विवेलेंट ऑफ हीट। वो कितना है, दैट इज J is equal to W by Q or work done by total heat, that is 1.86. This is the value of this J. J is joules mechanical equivalent of heat. ये proportion जैसे यूज हुआ हीट और वर्क डन में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए। तो amount of work done divided by amount of heat produced gives the constant J, and this is the amount of work done per unit heat. Amount of work done per unit heat or amount of work done to produce 1 calorie of heat, that is J, that is 1.86 joule per calorie. Correct. Next point is what is temperature. Next point is what is temperature. As we know, temperature is the hotness of an object. तो इसको हम लोग कैसे मेजर करते हैं? दिस इज एवरेज काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट। इसका मतलब टोटल एनर्जी टोटल मॉलिक्यूल्स का जो होगा, इफ वंस वी फाइंड आउट टोटल काइनेटिक एनर्जी एसोसिएटेड विद पर मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट गिव द temperature of that object. Now we have different scales of temperature. Temperature scales we have Celsius scale, we have Fahrenheit scale, we have Reaumur scale, we have Kelvin scale. In that we have ice point or melting point of ice, steam point or boiling point of water. In degree Celsius, it is 0 degree Celsius and 100 degree Celsius. In Fahrenheit scale, it is 32 degree Fahrenheit and 212 degree Fahrenheit. In Reaumur scale, it is 0 degree Reaumur and 80 degree Reaumur. In Kelvin scale, it is 273.15 Kelvin and 373.15 Kelvin. Here we find in this scale, this is the start point and this is the end point of that scale. The reference point we have taken. This is the first reference point, this is the second reference point, and the divisions made between these two reference points for degree Celsius it is 100 division. So this is scale. This is scale. For Fahrenheit scale, number of division is called number of division. Fahrenheit is 180 division. Here in the Reaumur scale it is 80 division and in Kelvin it is 100 division. Now next is how to convert. How to convert. Before that, let us write what is thermometer. What is thermometer? Thermometer is the device or instrument used to measure temperature of an object. कोई ऑब्जेक्ट का टेम्परेचर मापने के लिए we'll be using the device that is known as thermometer. Thermometer can be graduated in कोई भी स्केल में वो मार्क हो सकता है, डिग्री सेल्सियस में हो सकता है, डिग्री फारेनहाइट में हो सकता है, केल्विन में हो सकता है. तो जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट और डिवाइस यूज होगा टू मेजर टेम्परेचर ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट उसको बोलेंगे thermometer. Now, how to change the reading from one scale to another scale? इसमें लो लिया C minus ice point or melting point of ice by steam point minus ice point is equal to Fahrenheit value minus 30 minus ice point by steam point minus ice point. Kelvin scale value minus ice point by steam point minus ice point. In that, we'll find value will be C minus 0 by 100 is equal to F minus 32 by 180 is equal to K minus 273 or 273.15 by 100. और इसको और भी छोटा कर सकते हैं, इसको ऐसा लिख सकते हैं C by then divide by 2 C by 5 is equal to F minus 32 by 9 is equal to K minus 273 to 73.15 की जगह पर 273 माइनस कर सकते हैं। 273/5 और रिमोट स्केल जोड़ना चाहते तो रिमोट को भी लिख सकते हो, r माइनस आइस पॉइंट बाई स्टीम पॉइंट माइनस आइस पॉइंट। तो स्टीम पॉइंट उसका हो गया 80 माइनस 0 और r माइनस 0/80 और ये हो जाएगा r/4। सपोज हमारे पास फारेनहाइट वैल्यू है, हम कन्वर्ट करना चाहेंगे सेल्सियस में, तो ये दोनों को लेंगे, we'll take these two, so in that case we'll find out C will be 5/9 into F minus 32 और C और C दिया है तो F लेंगे तो it will be 9/5C plus 32, तो इससे F का वैल्यू निकल जाएगा। करेक्ट। सपोज हमें C पता है, F निकालना है, हमें C पता है, F निकालना है, हमें F पता है, C निकालना है। तो पहले C निकालते हैं। C will be 5/9 into F minus 32। जो F का वैल्यू है उसे 32 माइनस कर देना है, फिर 5 बाई, पहले माइनस करेंगे, रिड्यूस करेंगे, फिर 5/9 और रिड्यूस करेंगे, तब हमें सेल्सियस स्केल का वैल्यू मिलेगा। फारेनहाइट के लिए क्या करना है, जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई इट 9/5 जो 1 से ज्यादा है इनटू सी जो सेल्सियस का स्केल का रीडिंग होगा, उसमें 32 फिर और बढ़ा देंगे। दिस इज हाउ वी विल गेट values in C if it is given in F, or will get in F is given in C. Similarly, C और K के बीच में जब हम कंपैरिजन करेंगे तो we get that one C will be in that case 5 will cancel, C will be K minus 273 or 273.15 और K will be C plus 273.5। Next point is absolute scale of temperature or thermodynamic scale of temperature, or it is Kelvin scale. Kelvin. This scale starts from 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin. This the 0 Kelvin is the absolute zero. Absolute zero is 0 Kelvin. At this temperature, volume of gas becomes 0. Motion of molecules of gas becomes 0, or velocity of or speed of gas or velocity of gas molecules becomes 0. At this temperature, so this is equivalent to minus 273.15 degree Celsius. So this temperature is called absolute scale of temperature or thermodynamic scale of temperature or Kelvin scale। 0 Kelvin से स्टार्ट होता है। 0 Kelvin is equivalent to minus 273.15 degree Celsius। This 0 Kelvin को बोलेंगे absolute zero, or at this temperature volume of gas becomes 0, motion of gas becomes zero, then velocity of gas becomes zero. Next point is what is triple point of water? Triple point of water is the temperature at which all the three states of water, that is ice, liquid water, and water vapor or steam. Water vapor or steam coexist coexist at its equilibrium, at its thermal equilibrium. मतलब all three will exist at this temperature. This temperature is 273.16 Kelvin or 0.01 or 0.01 degree Celsius, or pressure is at pressure of 0.46 centimeter of mercury. Atmospheric pressure we know 0.76 centimeter. The British atmospheric pressure is 76 centimeter of mercury. One atmospheric pressure is 76 centimeter of mercury. Here we'll take pressure at 0.46 centimeter of mercury and temperature this temperature this at this temperature this ice, liquid water and steam or water vapor coexist at their thermal equilibrium condition. This temperature is termed as triple point of water. Then, what are the expansions? Thermal expansion of solids. The expansion that happens due to increase in temperature. If length is increased, we say it is linear expansion. If area is increased, we say it is superficial expansion or area expansion. If volume is increased, we say it is cubical expansion or volume expansion. This expansion in delta L expansion in length is proportional to the length and temperature difference. Once you equate it, it becomes a constant alpha. This alpha is coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion. In similar manner, expansion in area is beta times original area into delta T. Here beta is coefficient of superficial expansion and this expansion in volume is gamma times original volume in times delta T. Here gamma is coefficient of cubical or volume expansion. Now we can get final value L final is equal to L plus delta L. S, that final value of area is S plus delta S. Final value of volume is equal to V plus delta V. It becomes L 1 plus alpha delta T is equal to S 1 plus beta delta T. This becomes V times 1 plus gamma delta T. In similar manner, variation of density with the temperature is final density is equal to original density times 1 minus gamma delta T. Here minus of gamma indicates volume will increase, means density will decrease once temperature is increased. What is the relation between alpha, beta and gamma? Alpha, beta and gamma, it is alpha by 1, beta by 2, gamma by 3. Next, what is specific heat? It is the amount of heat, it is the amount of specific heat of any substance is amount of heat required to raise 1 gram of substance to 1 degree Celsius. Or we can say, if total heat is Q given for an object of m gram, and its temperature is increased to delta T degree Celsius, then Q is proportional to m proportional to delta T change in temperature. Then it will equate Q becomes times suppose S. Here S is the specific heat capacity or specific heat of a substance, or we can say specific heat capacity is equal to Q upon M delta T. Unit is calorie per gram degree Celsius, or in SI it will be joule per kg per Kelvin. Then what is molar specific heat? Molar specific heat is the amount of heat required to raise 1 mole of 1 mole of substance to 1 degree Celsius, or we can say C is equal to Q by N delta T, where N is number of moles. Then its unit is calorie per mole degree Celsius, or joule per mole Kelvin. Heat capacity is the total heat, amount of heat required, or we say C is equal to amount of heat required to raise temperature by 1 degree. It is the calorie per degree Celsius. That means C is equal to MS. C is equal to MS. S is Q by M delta T, and Q by delta T becomes C. Okay? Or Q by delta T became M times S. M times S. Then now this molar specific heat C has two values. It has two values. One, Cp is the molar specific heat at constant pressure, and Cv is molar specific heat at constant volume. Next point is, what is water equivalent of a body? Water equivalent of a body is mass of water. Mass of water, it may be in kg or gram, that required same amount of heat that require same amount of heat as the body will require to raise 1 degree, raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. So that means water equivalent of a body is equal to mass of water that required same amount of heat, that required same amount of heat as the body required, as the body required to raise its temperature by 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस। इसका मतलब बॉडी को कितना हीट चाहिए 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज करने के लिए, उतना हीट जब वाटर को देंगे, उतना हीट जब वाटर को देंगे, वाटर भी अपना टेम्परेचर 1 डिग्री सेल्सियस बढ़ाएगा। वाटर का मास कितना होगा? That mass of water is the equivalent of the water equivalent of the body. Water equivalent of the body. तो normally हमें क्या मिलेगा? That means we say